Now we move to Japan.
Ah, oh, these are absolutely crazy horse armors. Because I mean,
When
as
your
far as
horse has horns.
the horse is a dragon. If
It
if you look really closely, the horse is a dragon,
is.
and that's all done with lacquered wood. It's incredibly light, so it's not making the horse suffer. Um, the those long tasseled breast pieces and the tops of the reins, where it's actually the bottom of the bridle. That was used without armor. That was quite a common way of decorating horses. Whether it served the same purpose of keeping flies and mosquitoes away, or it was just purely to look pretty. I mean, it does look very pretty. I noticed that the saddle, kura in Japanese, I believe, that's not the proper pronunciation. That's just me reading what it looks like to me. So that's black lacquer inlaid with mother of pearl and in various designs and that. The Japanese saddles are very the structure is expressed like like a modern art in the sense that they don't hide it,
Yeah.
and they're the tree is a four-part tree, a cantle, a pommel,
Mhm.
and the two sidebars, but they're beautifully dovetailed into each other and have
Yeah.
wonderful curves, and they're just stitched together. They're not glued together; they're stitched together.
Mhm.
And it's when I mean I've handled a couple of them. They're quite light, um, but the quality of making a three-dimensional object like that, where everything fits together so perfectly, is just I don't know. I just find it amazing. Uh,
Amazing, huh?
all saddles have this. All Oriental saddles have this kind of structure, but it's uh, it's particularly noticeable in Japanese saddles because it's all on show. You see it. It's like the equivalent of the American cavalry saddle, the McClellan saddle, where everything is on show. You can see everything there. But the Japanese ones, it's a different level, really, when you think about it. Most Japanese saddles, traditional Japanese saddles, don't fit modern horses because the Japanese horses that they were using at the time were much smaller. Most horses in Japan now, I think, are descendants of racehorses. Uh, I could be wrong about that. Any Japanese people that are involved in that would be really interested to know. And so they're much bigger and taller. Um, I have seen people riding on Japanese saddles doing archery.
Mhm.
Um, three three young girls when I was in America came out from one of the Japanese archery schools and demonstrated Japanese archery on horseback, and they had the complete thing. They had the saddles, all of the saddle equipment, the bridles, the bits, everything was 100% accurate, as well as all their clothing and everything. They were so good.
Beautiful.
I mean, I'm not sure I could ride a Japanese saddle successfully
Mhm.
because the stirrups are weird.
Mhm.
Abumi are really strange. And
You
but
get the surface speed.
yeah, see, this is real. This is a piece of art. I mean, if you had a panel of that on your wall, you'd think you were really lucky to have such a beautiful piece of art. This horse wears a whole suit of it. The barding, like horse armor. I
What
mean,
is it made of? How is it made?
I would guess this, the Japanese were very good with metal alloys. So
Yes.
it's probably some brass alloy
Mhm.
or copper alloy
Mhm.
um, that's been gilded because the Japanese were experts, and they didn't necessarily just directly gild the metal. They could cover the metal in lacquer and then gild the lacquer, and then cover the gilding with clear lacquer to prevent it from being damaged. Um, so, I mean, sometimes when it's an armor that's not actually meant to be used in combat, it's possible that the individual pieces aren't actually metal. But the aesthetic would be to make them out of metal, I think,
Does it
because
have a
that would be
backing,
more.
this armor?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's sewn to a backing. Um, I'm trying to see if you can actually see the backing anywhere.
I
But
can't.
no, it's so dense.
Yeah,
But yeah, that would be definitely sewn to a backing.
yeah.
Japanese made like the for a horseman, the thigh armor
Mm.
was actually little rectangular plates sewn to a backing, not like this where they're touching, but Japanese had lots of varieties of armor using different techniques like hexagonal plates sewn between two layers of fabric and all kinds of things.
Yes, absolutely.
And weirdly enough, for people that were very Buddhist and uh, usually made their clothing out of fabric and their shoes out of rice straw and wood and things like that, they were expert leather workers at a level that's hard to believe. Uh, you only have to see a yugaka, the Japanese archer's glove, to see the superb quality of the stitching in that. And
Yeah.
you just look at the gilded leather pieces
Mhm.
that are in just in front of that. This is really next level workmanship when you
Yeah.
see it. Um,
Yeah. It's very beautiful.
yeah, yeah, it's amazing. And you can see a bit more of the pommel of the saddle there. That was exceptionally attractive too.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Here we
dragon
have the
mask?
dragon's mask. See, the actual horse's eyes are underneath its ears. That's where they would be if there was a horse there. And it's it's got
I'm
that
sorry, but the
intense.
dragon looks very angry.
Yeah, yeah, it's that intense, concentrated look. You can imagine. I'm assuming this was used in parades when daimyos went to Yedo to visit the shogun every 6 months or whatever it is they had to do. And you would have there may not have even been a person riding this horse. It may have been a led horse as part of the procession. But just think of the effect this would have as it's the horse's head bobs up and down and the big staring eyes and the horns and the fake ears. It's an amazing thing. I think there's one or two in the look at the detail in that.
Look at this.
Oh, that's incredible. Because that could be just papier-mâché
Yeah.
molded and then covered in 20 layers of lacquer to make it into kind of like a, a, a almost like a plastic in the sense it's very resilient, waterproof, and the colors are very intense too. Even after 100 years or 200 years or 300 years, you just wipe that down with a wet cloth and the colors leap out at you.
Yes. Beautiful.
Oh, it's great stuff.
This is so beautiful. When you see it close, oh my God. This is
Hmm.
so beautiful. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it amazes me how, or this shows how wealthy the daimyo, the great lords were, that they could afford to have these things made.
Pete,
And in one
so
of the Jap
far we have seen three complete horse armor from
Mhm.
this museum. Do you see what kind of quality artifacts this museum has?
Oh yeah, I mean this is top level stuff.
Top
This
level.
is this is like uh, the kind of stuff that army commanders would use,
Yeah.
or in this case, some great landowner of a like this would have been belonged to somebody whose family could trace their ancestry back 1,000 years. Uh, so it's this is very important people's very good quality equipment.
Imagine you are
I think
sitting and three horses approach you, each with one of these armor, and get unbelievable.
yeah. Look, this is why the normal people all sat on the sides of the road and bowed down as these guys went past. Because bearing in mind, samurai had this. If you felt insulted, you could cut a commoner down. Um,
Yes.
though I don't know how popular that was. Certainly, they did do it to a couple of English people in the early days of the opening up of Japan.
Yeah.